Jupiter is literally stealing hours from your day, and without it, you wouldn't be here to watch this video. Jupiter is stealing time from Earth, not metaphorically, literally stealing time. Every single day on Earth used to be just 6 hours long. Now it's 24 hours, and Jupiter is the reason we gained those extra 18 hours. But here's where it gets really weird. If Jupiter wasn't out there doing what it's doing, Earth would have been obliterated billions of years ago. Life would have never existed. You, me, everything we know, gone. So let's talk about what Jupiter is actually doing out there in the darkness of space, because almost nobody knows the real story. This is Jupiter's true size compared to Earth. It's massive, but size isn't what makes Jupiter special. What makes Jupiter special is its position and its timing, and the fact that it's been playing cosmic bodyguard for our entire planet's existence. Let me show you something that will blow your mind. 4.5 billion years ago, when Earth first formed, a day lasted about 6 hours. The planet was spinning so fast that if you stood on the surface, you'd experience sunrise and sunset 4 times in what we now call a single day. So what happened? How did we go from 6-hour days to 24-hour days? The moon happened. See, the moon is slowly drifting away from Earth at a rate of about 4 centimeters per year, and as it drifts away, it's stealing Earth's rotational energy through something called tidal friction. The moon's gravity creates bulges in Earth's oceans, and those bulges create drag. That drag slows down Earth's rotation. So every day on Earth is getting longer, but the process is incredibly slow. We're talking about gaining about 1.8 milliseconds per century. At that rate, it would take 140 million years for a day to become just 1 hour longer. But here's the thing. Scientists have discovered that Earth's day length hasn't been increasing at a steady rate. Sometimes it speeds up, sometimes it slows down. And when they traced back the patterns, they found something shocking. Jupiter has been interfering. Jupiter's massive gravity creates what's called orbital resonance with Earth. Think of it like pushing someone on a swing. If you push at just the right moment, the swing goes higher. Jupiter's gravity does the same thing to Earth's orbit. And when Earth's orbit changes, it affects how the moon pulls on us, which affects how fast our day length changes. Jupiter hasn't just been sitting out there, it's been conducting a symphony of gravitational forces that directly controls how much time we experience. Without Jupiter's influence, our days might still be 10 hours long, or they might be 30 hours long. We honestly don't know. But that's just the beginning of Jupiter's secret life. In 1994, astronomers watched something unprecedented. 21 fragments of a comet slammed into Jupiter over the course of 6 days. The largest impact released energy equivalent to 300 million atomic bombs. And Earth? We just kept spinning. Business as usual. But here's what should terrify you. That comet, it could have hit us instead. Scientists estimate that Jupiter intercepts or deflects approximately 1 major comet or asteroid per decade that could have been on a collision course with the inner solar system. That means in Earth's 4.5 billion year history, Jupiter has potentially saved us from tens of millions of extinction-level impacts. Let me put this in perspective. The asteroid that killed the dinosaurs was about 10 kilometers across. It hit Earth traveling at roughly 20 kilometers per second and released the energy of 10 billion atomic bombs. That was enough to end 75% of all life on the planet. The largest fragment of Shoemaker-Levy 9 that hit Jupiter was about 2 kilometers across, and it released 30 times more energy than the dinosaur killer. Jupiter absorbed that hit without even flinching. The impact site was visible for months. Then it just faded away like a bruise healing. But Jupiter doesn't just catch asteroids, it actively reshapes the entire asteroid belt. There's a region of space between Mars and Jupiter called the asteroid belt. It contains millions of rocky objects, some the size of mountains, some the size of cities, and they're all trapped there by Jupiter's gravity. Without Jupiter, those asteroids would have migrated inward toward the Sun billions of years ago. Many of them would have bombarded Earth during the early stages of life's development. We like to think of Jupiter as this distant planet that has nothing to do with us. But the reality is Jupiter is the reason Earth could become habitable in the first place. It's been standing guard for 4.5 billion years, taking hits for us, steering danger away, and giving Earth the stability it needed for life to emerge. But there's an even darker secret about Jupiter that scientists only recently discovered. Jupiter almost destroyed Earth before life even began. This is where things get absolutely wild. Scientists have discovered evidence of something called the Grand Tack hypothesis. And if it's true, it means Jupiter is responsible for both saving Earth and nearly annihilating it. Here's what happened. In the early solar system, Jupiter didn't form where it is now. It formed much farther out, beyond where Saturn sits today. And as it grew, it started migrating inward toward the Sun, consuming everything in its path. Jupiter was devouring the inner solar system. As it moved inward, its gravity scattered countless rocky bodies, creating a blizzard of collisions. Mars got hit so many times that it never grew past half the size of Earth. Entire protoplanets were obliterated, and Jupiter kept coming, getting closer and closer to where Earth was forming. If Jupiter had continued its march inward, it would have either ejected Earth from the solar system entirely or sent it crashing into the Sun. Either way, game over. But then something remarkable happened. Saturn formed. And as Saturn grew, its gravity began pulling on Jupiter from behind. The two planets became locked in an orbital resonance, and instead of continuing inward, Jupiter reversed course. It tacked like a sailboat and migrated back outward to its current position. This is called the Grand Tack, and it saved Earth's life. But here's the really mind-bending part. If Jupiter had tacked just a little bit earlier, Earth might have been too close to the Sun and become a scorched wasteland like Venus. If Jupiter had tacked just a little bit later, Earth might have been ejected into deep space and become a frozen ice ball. The timing had to be perfect, and somehow it was. So when you look up at Jupiter in the night sky, you're not just looking at a big planet. You're looking at the reason you exist. You're looking at the cosmic bodyguard that's been protecting Earth for billions of years. You're looking at the time thief that gave us long enough days to evolve complex life. Jupiter is the most important planet in our solar system that you're not living on, and we almost never give it credit for any of it. So the next time someone tells you Jupiter is just a ball of gas floating in space, you can tell them the truth. Jupiter is Earth's older brother. It took the hits. It cleared the path. It gave us time. And that's pretty incredible when you think about it.